What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to this Forgo. Once again, Netmarble throws a huge curveball at us, gives us something that we totally did not expect at all. So, greetings, agents. This is Sam Fragment Marvel Future Fight. Stark Industries 3099 has created new suits using future technology. Agents, check out the new suits made for his closest future allies and his latest weapon made to fight colossal enemies. And then we scroll down here and we see three characters with some wording behind them. We'll go ahead and bring up the YouTube video and watch this. Check it out. Okay. We'll talk about that. Yeah, Hulkbuster, War Machine. Cool. A little close up here. I like the little background music. And then we have Next Time Baby. And for those of you that don't know, that is a reference to this right here, which is from the first Iron Man movie. That's pretty damn funny, actually, that they actually referenced the very first Iron Man movie. Pretty freaking cool. And, shout out again to the Sneak Peek team. They always do such a great job with these things. I'm very, very happy and satisfied with it. Actually, let's just kind of close up here. So a lot of people are speculating on this being Rescue more than likely, but it could be Ironheart. I honestly can't tell. I've done close-ups. I've looked over this many times, and I just can't tell. Their suits are so similar to each other that it's really difficult to tell. But either way, both of these characters are paywall characters. However, you can get Ironheart from the Dimension mission in the game. I mean, it's going to be an RNG factor in there, but at least you can get her BIOS from there. Whereas Rescue, she's a complete paywall. The only way to get her is by buying a BIOS sub. So that is kind of unfortunate, but Rescue is a very beloved character, especially because of the in-game movie. But a lot of people would like to see Ironheart get some love too, because, well, she's never been very good. We'll talk a little bit more about that. And then we kind of scroll a little bit more forward here to Hulkbuster here. And Hulkbuster is a character that, well, it's not even a character, it's a suit. I personally, I've never been a big fan of Hulkbuster, but I am happy to see that more than likely, and this goes for all three of the characters, they're getting transcended, right? They're probably going to get transcended. I mean, we might have a tier 3 in here. We don't really know. I went through this video quite a few times. I never saw any tier 3 sneak peeks or anything like that. Either way, they're going to get transcended tier 3, because if they don't, then we can't use them against Noah Mephisto, which Netmarble knows we all want to do. But I know for a lot of people, this is pretty exciting that Hulkbuster is actually going to get some love and hopefully become a lot stronger than what he was. And then we kind of scroll over to the next uniform, which is pretty cool. Now, this one here I'm really excited for, because here we have Rhodey, right? War Machine. And man, I'm so happy about this, because this is a character that I've always loved and always enjoyed playing with. I'm just kind of scrolling through his, going frame by frame here. But I wanted to get to this part right here where we actually have a drill on his hand, which is pretty awesome. He looks pretty sick, guys. Rhodey looks pretty damn sick. I am loving this. And I am really, for me, I'm the most excited for Rhodey, because I think this is a fantastic character. And he's been in the in-game movies. He's been in the MCU, right? I mean, so is Rescue, but he's been a prominent part of the MCU. He's been in multiple movies, and yet he never got a tier 3. He never got a transcendent skill. And when it comes to his uniform, he never really got the love that he deserves, right? When it comes to this guy's uniform, yeah, he had some iframes, but all they ever gave him was some guard hits. They never gave him any immunity. They never gave him any invulnerability or invincibility, which I always thought was weird, right? He wears an iron suit, but he doesn't have any immunity or invulnerability or invincibility. It's just wacky as hell, right? Something that's pretty quality about Rhodey is he does have immunity stun effect. So the fact that he's a blast type and Mephisto actually can stun you in the last part of the phases when you're fighting him, Rhodey here will not get stunned because he's immune to it. He's just natively immune to it. Unless they change that in the new uniform, that could prove to be useful. And all these uniforms are going to be original uniforms, at least as far as I can tell, especially since we know that 3099 We have Captain America 3099, Black Widow 3099, Iron Man 3099, and they're all original uniforms. So I don't think there's going to be any comic book ties or anything to any of these uniforms, but I don't know if he's going to get a tier 3 or transcended, but either way, I'm going to be happy. It really doesn't matter to me because really, in a way, transcended is actually better because you can just hit their awakened skill right away, right? You can just hit that sucker right away. And in Danger Room, every time you die and come back, you can just hit it. So like a lot of people in Danger Room, they'll just play it. They'll use their transcendent skill, and if the phase still keeps going on, they'll just let themselves die. That way, when they come back in that little 10-second period, instead of waiting 30 seconds for the awakened skill, they'll just wait that 10 seconds, come back and have their transcendent skill again. So in a way, they're actually better than tier 3s. You still get a lot of extra stats, extra physical and energy attack, and HP bumps. But really, I just hope they give him some extra survivability, of course, some damage accumulation. And I hope he's just not relegated to a freaking leadership. That will suck if that's all he is. But, you know, the last update we had wasn't really that spectacular. We really didn't get no shining lights. And, I mean, we'll see if we get one here. We'll see. We'll see. I hope so. And then we get into Hulkbuster, a character that, well, a suit, not even a character, that I personally am not really all that excited for, but I am happy that he is going to be, more than likely, I think this character is going to be getting a transcend. I think if any character gets a tier 3, it probably would be Rhodey. But you never know. You never know with Net Marvel. You never know what they're going to do. But I imagine Hulkbuster is going to get a transcended skill. And Hulkbuster is similar to Rhodey. He doesn't have any immunity. He doesn't have invincibility. He does have a heal, which is really nice. I mean, he does have immunity from his passive, but it's a 35% chance rate when hit, and it's on a 20-second cooldown. This would be a lot better if it was actually on a skill, because you'd have a lower cooldown. You'd actually be able to have that immunity up even more often, which is something we definitely want if we're fighting Null and Mephisto. But he just has the guard. I mean, he's got a little all defense down that goes up to 25%. 25% is like a joke. They could give him a little bit more all defense down. I mean, he's a pretty fun character to play right now, but he just lacks, right? He just lacks power, and it's really going to be the same for all these characters, other than Rescue. Rescue is actually fairly strong right now. And speaking of which, we'll get into Rescue. So the bad thing about Rescue is, as I mentioned earlier, she is a complete paywall. The only way to get this character is by buying a bio sub, and currently she's actually a fairly strong, tier 2 character. She's actually very powerful. I actually did have a little love into her, but I did unequip her Urus because of Null and Mephisto. I just wasn't using her anymore. But she's actually got a fairly good kit. She does have immunity. She does have, a nice attack buff on her 4. I mean, she's actually pretty damn strong. She's got an increase to her recovery rate. I mean, there's a lot of good little things about Rescue, but she does need an upgrade, something fierce. She does have a heal. She's actually got a damn good heal. And then she's got this HP shield. And it's really going to be the same thing, right? Since all these characters have this iron suit synergy, I want to see super armor on all of them. I want to see, some immunity, some invincibility. I mean, she doesn't have damage accumulation, which is pretty surprising. If she did, she'd be over the top, just way stronger than what she is. Damage accumulation, maybe increase her attack buffs, and so on. And then we have Ironheart. And again, we don't know if it's Ironheart or Rescue. At least I'm not really sure. Maybe some of you are. I'm not. Again, a lot of people think it's going to be Rescue, but maybe it's going to be Ironheart. And Ironheart, really the only thing she's ever been good for is this, her leadership. 45% increase of energy attack to all allies. That's it. That's all she's ever been good for. Other than that, I mean, she does have immunity on the 5. I mean, She's got a little bit of survivability, but her damage is complete garbage. It is trash. Ever since this character came to the game, she's pretty much been trash. Ironheart's never had any love at all. So at least Rescue's actually had some power, whereas Ironheart has had nothing. So in a way, I kind of hope it's Ironheart, and I also kind of hope it's Ironheart because you actually can get it from the Dimension missions. You can't get Rescue from there. You have to buy that bio sub. So in a way, it would probably be better if it was Ironheart, because at least then everybody would be able to get her, unless they put, bios for Rescue in the future past, which would be cool if they did, but we'll see if Nat Marvel's actually going to do that or not. And, you know, Ironheart just needs a complete overhaul. I mean, she doesn't have nothing. She seriously needs attack buffs, damage accumulation, all defense down, which wouldn't be good against Null and Mephisto, but at least it'd be good for the regular world bosses. Personally, in my opinion, I always think paywall characters should be super strong. If you're going to spend actual cash on these characters, I always think they should be super strong. You know, characters like Gambit, you know, Gambit's well worth having because he is really, really strong. Even to this day, not a meta, but still super strong. Still good for Danger Room, still good for the World Boss Legends. And that's what I'd like to see, at least for Ironheart and Rescue. Really, I'd hope to see all these characters get some extra love. So let me know how y'all feeling about Sneak Peek 2. Are you excited for Ironheart or Rescue to be getting a new suit? And are you excited about Hulkbuster and Rhodey getting some love? And I do stream on Twitch at Reset. The link will be in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See ya.